Hello students, welcome to the New York School of Design Sewing Basics course. My name is Hannah Noth and I'm going to be showing you today the world of closures, specifically how to sew buttons and buttonholes. Good news, you can sew buttonholes on your regular machine. You don't need a special machine to sew buttonholes. I'm going to show you how to do it just on your basic sewing machine. So your sewing machine is going to do the majority of the work for you when it comes to creating buttonholes because each machine has a specific buttonhole setting. So we need to make sure that we change that setting before we sew our buttonholes, and also that we have the correct type of presser foot on our machine also before sewing our buttonholes. So right here, I have my buttonhole presser foot. Yours will look similar to this, potentially a little different. This is the top part of the presser foot, and I have these red lines on the side indicating how long I want my buttonhole to be. So I'm going to take my button right here, because that's how I judge by how large that I want my buttonhole to be, and I'm going to measure the width of my button using either sewing gauge or my straight edge. And I can see right here it's a 1-inch button, so I'll need to make sure that my buttonhole is 1 inch. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure on my buttonhole foot to see which line indicates 1 inch. So my buttonhole presser foot goes back here, so I'm going to say, okay, it looks like this third line down here is for 1 inch on my specific buttonhole presser foot. So even though mine does not lock in place, perhaps yours does. So at this point, after taking your measurement, you want to make sure that you have your presser foot locked in place so it will create the right size buttonhole. This is key to set before you do any sewing. In my case, I'll have to make sure that it's back on the correct line when I actually go to sew. So you take your buttonhole presser foot and you're going to place it on your machine. I'm going to take my regular presser foot out, release the lever, move that aside for now, and place my buttonhole presser foot on my machine. I'm going to line it back up on that third line. And I already know that my button is 1 inch wide, so I'm going to mark on the wrong side of my fabric a 1 inch line indicating the beginning and the end of my buttonhole. Okay, now I'm going to sew directly on that line. You don't need seam allowance when it comes to buttonholes. You're just sewing the exact width that you need for the specific buttonhole. I'm also going to go ahead and make sure that my top thread on my machine is fed through the presser foot opening to the bottom. It's a little bit harder to do that with a buttonhole presser foot, but it's still as important so you don't lose your top thread. I'm going to feed that through. Last step before sewing is to set my machine to a buttonhole setting. So right now, as usual, my machine is set to a straight stitch, but I have actually on my machine 3 buttonhole settings. And I have 3 on mine because one is for front stitching on a buttonhole, one is for side to side, and one is for backward stitching. You might be lucky and your machine might have just 1 buttonhole stitch setting, in which case it will sew the whole narrow rectangle of a buttonhole for you, and you can just sit back and watch with your foot on the presser foot. With your foot on the foot pedal. I have to do a little bit more on my machine, and that's okay. I'll walk you through each step. So I'm going to start first with sewing forward stitching on my buttonhole. So I'm going to go ahead and place my fabric underneath this buttonhole presser foot, and I'm going to use my flywheel to make sure that I start at the exact correct point of the buttonhole that I want to. So right on the end of that purple line. I'm going to use the forward buttonhole stitch setting to stitch down. Should I have that lined up? Stitch down the length of the buttonhole. Then I'm going to go across a couple just very, very narrow stitches across. Then I'm going to switch to backward stitching, and then once again go across very narrow stitches, creating an extremely narrow rectangle. I'm going to cut my threads. And let's see how this looks. All right, so I've got a nice, clean, straight buttonhole. That's the exact width that I wanted it to be. So I'm really happy with this one. Now there's just one step to turn it into an actual buttonhole, right? Because right now it's just a seam. To turn it into a buttonhole, you are going to have to cut a line down the middle of that seam. Now you could use a simple razor blade for this task if you have a cutting mat. Also, if you have a cutting mat, you could use a mini rotary blade cutter. Do not use your fabric scissors for this because you need it to be a really small cut, and fabric scissors are going to be too wide. You could also use a seam ripper for this. Personally, I'm going to use my little handy dandy thread scissors to just cut a little opening down this seam. It feels wrong, but this is what you do in order to create the buttonhole. I'm just going to insert my scissors through the fabric and the interspacing and begin to cut. Okay, so I cut it open now. And I'm going to go ahead and test my button out and make sure that it fits through this hole, because that's kind of the whole point, isn't it? All right, that's perfect. It squeezes through and it doesn't slide through, meaning that I made too large of a buttonhole and have to repair it a bit. But this is exactly the width that I want. And that's how you sew a buttonhole on your machine. Let's learn how to sew a button to match your buttonhole. So in most cases, what you're going to need to do is to mark where your button goes before you begin to sew it, right? So I'm going to take my buttonhole and I'm going to say this is the lapel of a jacket, and I'm going to mark exactly where on this lower piece of fabric here where the button's supposed to go. So I'll take my disappearing ink marker and just make a little mark in the middle of the buttonhole. Now I'm going to take my button and I'm going to center it directly over that hole. It's very important to make sure that your button is the exact place it needs to be in order with the buttonhole, because you can't move the buttonhole around now that it's been sewn, right? So you have to plan the button location accordingly. So I know right where I need to be, so I'm going to go ahead and place my button over that, and starting with the wrong side of the fabric with a double threaded needle, which just means that it's threaded very simply but with 2 widths of thread on it. I'm going to start from the back side of my fabric so the knot of the thread is hidden on the back. And I'm going to continue sewing my needle. I like to go diagonally on a 4-hole needle, on a 4-hole button, because I just think it creates kind of a fun X look and just a little bit more interest than going side to side on your holes. But it's really up to you. And if you have a 2-hole or single hole button, you don't really have this choice. But I'm just going to keep feeding my thread through. So I got one X right there. And I'm going to do this a couple more times. Okay. So there's just a little bit of give here. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knot my thread. I personally like to knot my thread 3 times just to make sure that thread does not go through the fabric. Alright, now my button's sewn on, and I'm going to put my button through my lovely buttonhole. And there you have it. How to sew a button and a buttonhole on your machine. And that's how you sew buttonholes, using your regular machine and a good old needle and thread to hand sew the button on. I hope that you are encouraged and ready to try out some buttonholes on your own. Stay tuned for next week, where we're going to learn about another equally important closure, the zipper. I'm excited to see you then.